Good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Hope everybody's having a great Monday, that you had a great weekend, and that you're ready to go on this Monday morning. Let me know what you guys did over the weekend. We had community service this weekend, so we did that. We just hung around the house and did some work. Again, we just as I'm waiting for Lynn to come in, don't forget we have our Love Your Life, Love Your Finances event February the 3rd, which is the Saturday before Super Bowl. So you can register. I'm going to post the link for you in just a second so that you can go ahead and register, and make sure you share that with your friends and family as well, so that we can give you some great information. And sometimes, don't keep the information to yourself. Share it with somebody else. Waiting for my fearless co-host to join. Nothing else seems to want to work. Oh, sorry, Lynn. I think I hit you twice, so I don't know if it's working or not. Good morning to Shayna. Lynn, it says I'm adding you, so I don't know what's going on. So again, the webinar is Saturday, February the 3rd at 10 a.m. You will get some time with Lynn and some time with myself. Good morning, my friend. How you doing? And so make sure you register. Make sure you share that. The Be Fearless bracelets are available online, so you can check those out. And it's at bafearless.com. Lynn, let me try you one more time. See if that'll work for you. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Are you excited about Monday? Good morning.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what in the world Facebook is doing to me. But then I have, and then I think some of the people who normally watch were trying to send me a message through Messenger, say, Lynn, get on. I'm like, I'm trying to get on, but it's not letting me on. So, well, thank you guys for trying to call me and touch base. I promise I've been trying to get on. I have no idea what's been going on with Facebook lately, but it's trying to block me. But that's okay. You can't stop that to Facebook. Let me tell you that this message is going out anyway, right?
We're going to be great anyway.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And bless you as well. Awesome sauce. All right. So I heard you telling everybody about the webinar, Love Your Life, Love Your Finances. Guys, we are so excited about the webinar coming up. And we have some other opportunities that we'll be working toward, giving back in the community and things of that nature as well, that we'll be sharing with you all later. But we'll go ahead and get started because of our forced delays. And this will be a quick show today because I have to get back down to the Capitol.
How'd it go?
For Educate Georgia. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to be able to get out there and physically connect with people. And you just don't understand. I was so thankful because one young lady, she said to me, she said, you know what, Lynn? God is so amazing because there is no way in the world that we would have connected, right, in any other space other than this Educate Georgia Summit. So I met some amazing people. I even met, and JoJo, we have to get together. Neil Shorthouse, he's one of the CEO and co-founders of Communities in Schools. He helped to start it back in 1971, right?
Oh, wow.
I met him, and we're going to do breakfast and have some further conversations, but there are some tremendous opportunities for us to be able to support schools as well in partnership with the communities in schools. But I digress. That's for our business meeting. So we're going to shift to our Fearless Morning, and JoJo tearing up her orange juice all in my face.
I'm taking I'm on this detox, so at 7 I have to take, a certain set of them at 7. And so I was just washing them down. Good morning, cousin Joe. Good morning, mama.
Okay,
I
awesome,
was
awesome.
just washing them
Detox,
down.
okay, okay. Awesome. This is something I might need to think about too, right?
Hey, I needed it.
Let's make a decision. All right, guys, our Fearless Morning quote of the day. This is by Lawrence J. Peter. The quote of the day is, there are two kinds of failure: those who thought and never did, and those who did and never thought. God, that is so powerful.
That's good.
Let me say that again. Yes, when I read it, I was like, yes, oh my goodness. So there are two kinds of failures, guys.
I need to look at this with you, because that's good.
Yes, those who thought and never did. I'm thinking back to my childhood, right? And I remember my mom used to have all these ideas all the time, guys. We could have had the Swiffer Sweeper company. We could have had, what was the Mop and Glow company? Because I declare, y'all, my mama came up with all of those ideas in our house when I was a baby. But somebody else beat her to the punch. See, she was the person who thought about it. She thought of that idea, but she didn't do it. Every time we turn around, she was like, look, there's my idea. There's my idea. I said, Mama, we got to act on some of this stuff, right? Act on it. And then there's the other side, those who did and never thought. How many times did we jump into something blindly, right? Because we didn't think about it. All we did was just heard about it, thought that was a great idea that, somebody else brought to the table, and we just jumped on it, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was very powerful for us this morning, just to help set the stage, to set the tone, if you will, for the conversation. There are two kinds of failures. Those who thought and never did, and those who did and never thought. And that's by Lawrence J. Peter. Yes.
I love that. I had to pull that up myself so I can look at that today. I really like that.
Awesome, awesome, guys. So you need to think about that. Not saying that to Shayna, yes, your husband comes up with great ideas, and then we see it all the time. We have those conversations often. But you know what the challenge is for us is figuring out the best way to bring it to market. And then by the time we get around to even thinking about it, somebody else has already done it and it's out there. But we have to start acting on some of these things, guys. We are amazing people. We are brilliant people, but we haven't just taken those necessary steps in many cases. Now, some of us have, don't get me wrong. There's not everything you do is a failure. Not everything you do is a mistake. And if you do make mistakes, we learn from those things, right? At least that's what we should be doing. Taking the opportunity to learn from those things. But it's just simply amazing, amazing. And I bet we could go to any one of you who are actually listening right now. I bet they're, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm willing to bet that at least over half of you have had an idea that you could have acted on, and then you saw it later in the market, or you hear somebody else is doing it now, right?
Then you get hot.
It's time for us to start moving. What were you saying, JoJo? Go ahead.
I said, and then we get mad because they done took my idea.
Right. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Yes. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm going to switch gears from that Fearless morning quote of the day to our financial confession and conversation. This is going to be brief this morning because I have to get out of here. But in looking at our financials, looking at our numbers, is one of the challenge. Yes, you got to have that courage. Have the courage to fail, right?
Then did we lose you? Guys, I think we lost Lynn. Hopefully she can come back on. But Deshana is right. We do have to have the courage to fail. And sometimes that just means start And then what you find is once you get started, you get excited about the idea and you will continue to do it. And before you know it, you have a whole plan, you have a whole thing working. And we'll take Tashana when we use you for an example. She started her own, she loved to dance, got sick of working in corporate America. She was dancing. She was like, you know what? Let me start my own dance school. Go ahead, girl. So she has her own business. Don't be afraid to fail. And then we have to look at it this way. Two, if we are a child of God, we're not going to fail because he said his word can't return to him void. And so we're not going to fail. We just need to understand how we need to succeed at that thing. Okay, welcome back, Lynn.
Girl, I'm telling you.
Today gonna be your day, girl. You're gonna be so great today.
Girl, amazingly, it's just there's no word forward, no word forward, right? Yes, and Tashana's saying you were talking about her starting her own school. She said she was so scared. Absolutely, guys. And you know what the thing is about fear? Fear is simply of our mind, because somebody is out there waiting on you to do whatever that thing is that you need to do for them. They're waiting on you because now they can't move because you haven't moved. And JoJo has that post. There it is. On her own computer every single day. Somebody's waiting on you to move. Somebody's waiting on you to be great. See, in spite of Facebook keep going out and cutting me off and not allowing me to post and do all those things, I'm continuing to come back, right? I'm not gonna be a failure today, right? So guys, you gotta figure that out for yourself. How do you get through and move through? And one of the number one ways to get through and to continue to move is through awareness. And I'm going to talk about this in regards to your finances. When you look at your numbers, see guys, that's the problem for many of us. We don't know our numbers, right? We have no clue as to what it is. I mean, we know what our weekly paycheck is because we check that. We know that pay stub. We're going to look at that and then go to HR. If it is not right, what the rest of my money, right? That's supposed to be in here, right? But that's all we know. We know that's coming in. We know the date that that's supposed to be coming in, but we don't have a true grasp on what it is, what everything means to us. When someone walks up to you and say, hey, what's your net worth? Right? Do we know what that is? And like JoJo said the other, in another broadcast, somebody comes up to you and says, hey, I want to pay off all your bills. Give me the number right now and I'll write you a check. Would you be able to do that? Right? So awareness is huge. And when we talk about our finances, awareness is 85% of your financial breakthrough. Somebody needs to catch that. Awareness is 85% of your financial breakthrough, because it's not until you become aware, right, of that thing that you start to do the work. So that's the number one thing that I want to push through today on this Motivation Monday. Is to become aware if you haven't done that. Some of you have been following us along the whole time and you're working on that thing and you're doing that thing. You're pulling out your numbers, whether you're using something we have offered you or if you're using Dave Ramsey's financial piece or something that you created yourself, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you put it down on paper, right? And you do that thing. See, and one of the greatest books in the world tells us to write the vision and make it plain. You know what that is? The BIBLE.
Don't sing it, Lee.
Right, okay. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Guys, write the vision and make it plain. You need to put this stuff down on paper so you can actually see it. Because oftentimes, and this is a thing that I used to do, when you keep stuff in your mind and only in your mind, no one else will be able to act on it. No one else will be able to follow through on it. No one else can do anything with it. Think about your family. If you are the person in your family that handles the finances, you are the person in your family that pays the bills, you're the person in your family that follows up on the retirement and the savings and investing and all of those things, what happens when you're not there? How does your family continue? Because you haven't had that conversation with them about their finances and what it is that needs to carry on or the things that need to be done as a result of your absence.
Yep.
You see, guys, we have to have these courageous conversations in our families, and it's a touchy subject. This is an area that we typically do not like to deal with, and I don't
Especially when it comes
understand
to your
why.
parents.
Having that conversation with your parents, absolutely having that conversation with your parents. Why? Because it was a touchy subject for them. But guys, it's at some point we got to get out of our feelings, because this is real right here. This is real life.
Yep.
And if we don't get out of our feelings, and if we don't have these courageous conversations with our families, then what do we end up doing? We end up seeing GoFundMe pages, right? Because now we can't take care of ourselves. Now we haven't set things up in the way that we need to do. So what happens when you do know your numbers, right? Because I said awareness is 85% of your breakthrough. Once you become aware, once you start getting these things down on paper, then you don't have to worry about your family setting up these GoFundMe pages. Now you can actually do the things that you want to do. Because once you put it down on paper, you have to take the time to do that. Take the time to put your information down on paper. Go back and revisit it and make sure that you're following through on the things that you need to be following through on. It's as simple as that. Yes, it's easy, guys. It's easy. Write it down. But the thing that's going to determine whether or not you succeed is your ability to be consistent. Is your ability to continue to go back. Once you are clear on where you are, knowing your numbers gives you clarity. Knowing that I'm at a 0 net worth is okay. That means I'm equal on both sides as far as my assets and my liabilities. What I own and what I have, right? I'm equal as far as assets. But if you have a negative net worth, and that's what most of us are afraid of, and I guarantee if we actually looked at it, we're actually working at a deficit. We have a negative net worth. So how do we now transition to move that to a positive network? You see, guys, awareness is 85% of your breakthrough. Are you going to catch your breakthrough today? Right? Go ahead and get it down on paper. The Bible tells us, write the vision and make it plain. And that's not just in, that's in every area of our life if we're just real about it.
Yep.
In every area of our life. And then Tashana also shares that The Game of Life and How to Play It is a great book. Yes, that is definitely a great book that you should seek out to help you as you increase your understanding in different areas of your life. And not only the book, The Game of Life, but the actual game, the book, the story, the game, which is like
the board game.
Right, the board game, that game of life. See, I play that with my son because that helps him to learn about finances. And I've shared this before. He always chooses the entrepreneurial route. I always choose go to college. He says to me, Mama, why do you choose that every time? Why do you always choose go to college? And you know I'm going to win because I beat you every time when I go the career route. I said, buddy, you know what? It's a tough lesson to learn because I did that in real life. In real life, that's what I did. I went to college, right? Because that was what was sold me. He said, but Mama, you see it in the game. I beat you every time. I was like, wow, out of the mouth of babes.
Never paid it any. You got to pay attention to your habits.
Absolutely, absolutely. So guys, that's it for today. The thing that I want to drive home is awareness is 85% of your financial breakthrough. So get it down on your paper today if you have not done so. Put it on paper. And yes, ma'am, my baby is very smart. I would have to agree with you there. He is a brilliant child, and I see greatness all over him, not just because I'm his mommy, because mommy prays for him on a regular basis, as we all should be, right? Praying for our children on a regular basis, and I'm sure we are. But yes, ma'am, he is. I have to agree. I'm a little bit biased, but yeah.
Lynn, I was going to say also, like you said, awareness of your money is 85% of it is awareness. And then once you become aware of it, your habits will begin to change. But I read I don't know where I got this thought from. Somebody told it, I read it or something. They said you don't want to be the dollar menu broke. Meaning, no, that dollar menu will keep you broke because every time you turn around, you're going through drive-through. Oh, it's just a dollar. When the Dollar Tree is just a dollar. Well, $50, $20 later, which could have went to something else. And then when you go back and you look, because your bank now has that little pie, it'll break it down for you, tell you where you spent your money, and when you see that you have spent for the month $200 between McDonald's, Burger King, Mexican, blah 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 blah, you be like, I don't remember eating $200 worth of food. That dollar menu gonna help keep you broke, sister. Morning Keith is gonna help keep you broke. So when you become aware of your spending habits and of your finances, it'll start to change, because then you're gonna start realizing, good Lord, I didn't realize how much money I was spending out, eating out, especially at lunchtime. If you're a working person, it'll get you every time.
Well, guys, let me just say something else to that point. Stay out of McDonald's.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if y'all paid attention, and it's all over everywhere you go, but that's something's not right about that. And now that's all I'm going to say on that point. Right there. And I have to fight with it. I have to struggle because my baby, he loves Happy Meals. Why does he want the Happy Meal? Because there's a toy inside. See, McDonald's is a genius as far as their marketing is concerned.
Yep.
But they market to our children. If you notice, it's not a lot of stuff that they market to adults these days. Oftentimes they get you through your child. And once they get you through your child, they know that's your heart. They know they got you. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
They know that that they tug at the heartstrings of that child, and they'll get you in there. That's right, Keith. Y'all, we gotta stay away from there. Stay away. It's not good for you. Goodness gracious. All right, I'm getting off that soapbox. But I'm done with my fearless financial conversation and confession this morning. Guys, awareness, that's 85% of your breakthrough. You almost at the home stretch. All we have to do is start right there. Let's get aware. Make sure you write it down, understand it, and move forward from that point.
That is correct. You're halfway there. Once you get there, it's all up here, because now you realize you can do something about it. So you're right, Keith. That fact, because that 444, I saw that on the commercial the other day. That 444 at Wendy's, and the 2 for $6 at Burger King, and they do market to your kids, because mine is saying, oh, look, 2 for $6. No, thank you. It'll get you every time. All right, then tell us the quote for the day one more time, y'all. I love this quote so much. I had to look it up myself, but I got so many tabs open on my computer. I don't remember which one is open.
Yeah. And I will say this. I do have one weakness, y'all. Keith, he said, stay away from the fast food. I agree. But Chick-fil-A, y'all gonna have to pray for me on that one, because I love Chick-fil-A, and I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the waffle fries. I'm addicted to the lemonade. I'm addicted to the chicken salad. So y'all got to pray for me on that one. While I pray for you and your finances. You knew it, Keith.
Hey,
y'all gonna have to help me out on that one. So I'm not quite ready. I'm not ready to turn Chick-fil-A loose just yet.
Man, when they moved Chick-fil-A into the hospital, and I was over Chick-fil-A, and it was like, oh, you got to do quality control. I was quality controlling for breakfast, lunch, and let me quality control before I go home. Let me quality control because this money is getting on my nerves, and I need a waffle fry to figure it out. I'm with you with that Chick-fil-A, honey. Put me on the altar, because, honey, they got me.
Yes, but I quote, guys. I'm sorry, I digress.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A.
Keith said it's the pickle brine. I don't know. Let me tell you something. They got me, dog. I ain't even going. And it was free. What? Oh, Lynn. The chicken nuggets, the fries, and the lemonade for free. Yeah. They set me up for failure. Okay, go ahead and read us the quote for the day.
All right, yeah, that's it. There are two kinds of failures: those who thought and never did, and those who did and never thought. That's by Lawrence J. Peter.
That is so great. I think we need to tweet that today or put that somewhere, Lynn. I really like that quote. Act on something today, y'all. Y'all smart. You got a ton of great ideas. Act on it today. Like my man Darius Cook is coming out with that vegan soul cookbook. I cannot wait to buy that. Because honey, he be
Yes.
having the way he be eating, like, I be like, dog, I can taste that. Like he killing me.
Ooh, girl, you know he doesn't live too far from where I
Yeah,
live. But his
I
restaurant
know.
his restaurant is in Atlanta, so we're gonna have to go
Let me
down. We're gonna have to go down and give Darius a visit too. Yes.
Let me
Yes.
tell you something. But homeboy be like this when he eating, it be dripping, and he be all country. These greens is it. I was like, oh my God.
Yes. Yes. That's Darius.
Okay. All right, guys. Your fearless thought for today on this motivational Monday. I want to empower you to feel the great feeling of joy. So, what I mean by that? So, joy, I think some of us get caught up, in everyday living and we forget the joy of things. Like, what makes you excited? The joy of your dreams, like Lynn was talking about earlier. We have all these great thoughts, but we don't act on them. Where's the joy of dreaming? Today, I want to empower you to have joy today. Joy in your dreams, in your everyday life. So, I have this thing, and I think I talked about it like when we first started doing the morning show, Lynn, where my abuser used to smoke cigarettes all the time, and he would never let the window down. He would never crack it, and I always said I was gonna ride with the windows down. And let me tell you, I'll ride with the windows down and stick my fingers out and let the wind hit my finger. That brings me joy. What simple thing in life is going to bring you joy today? And the purpose of finding what brings you joy and joy in dreaming is to remind you that you are still very much alive. You still have a lot of time to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. It does not matter your age. It does not matter your income status. It does not matter. If you can dream it, you can do it. And in that you have joy in knowing that you can actually do something. And to Shana said, we can't be afraid to fail. And I was I was telling her that our God is the most high, and his word is not going to return to him void. So if he put it in you, you're not going to fail. He's already put everything that you need to succeed inside of you. You are just not aware of it yet, because you may be overshadowed with your complaining, with your negative thinking, or maybe perhaps with your environment. So today, think about the things that bring you joy. What are you going to do today that brings you joy today? Just one thing, even if it's going through Chick-fil-A drive-through and it makes you smile. That's the one thing that's going to bring you some joy today. And when you think about the things that bring you joy, what you'll find is not only do you feel better, but it helps you mentally. It's going to help you mentally start to do the things that you need to do. Because if you're always thinking, oh my God, this is what I got to do, I don't want to do this. But if you start to think on the things that bring you joy, it'll help strengthen you mentally to continue to do the things that you need to do to get where you need to be. All right, guys, that is it for my fearless thought today. Were you going to say something, Lynn?
I just wanted to remind them, guys, awareness, that's 85% of your breakthrough. No matter what it is you're doing, right? No matter
Right.
what area of your life that it is. So if you're ready to get that awareness on fleek, if you will, what is on fleek anyway? Yeah.
I don't know, Lynn. We're not hip to the new word.
But if you're ready to do that, you definitely need to be joining us for the Love Your Life, Love Your Finances class that will be offered on February 3rd. You know we were going to tell you about it. Love Your Life, Love Your Finances Masterclass. That is pinned. The link is pinned. Go over to Eventbrite, get your ticket. We hope to see you there on that Saturday, February 3rd, starting at 10 a.m. It's going to be all the way live. It's going to be very interactive. You are going to be asked to do certain things. You're going to be asked to comment and post your thoughts and what you're working on. Any questions you have, you'll have the opportunity to get those specific things answered if you want to, or you can share those questions with us privately if you don't want anyone else knowing your business, because I know how we are with our finances. I get that. But join us for this class. Love your life, the finances, because we're ready, guys. We're ready to help you get to that next level. We're working on these things, and we want to work in concert with you as well as you move forward. So love your life, love your finances. Join us on February 3rd.
And that's right. Send us the message, because what I find when I talk about life past crazy and tell my stories, a lot of people have questions for me. And they may be embarrassed. Good morning, Sandra. They may be thank you, Tashana, embarrassed to ask, or it's questions they've always wanted to ask but not sure. They don't want to embarrass the person. There is not a question I haven't thought of or know that people want to know the answer to. So send them to me. If you want to go ahead and send them ahead of time to either Lynn or I, so that we can, be prepared to answer them during the webinar, that'd be great. Because we're going to be talking about some serious stuff. We'll be like, this show is confessions and conversations, and that's what it's all about. Confessing, having a conversation around it, and understanding how you're going to change that. What are your next steps to change that crazy? How to stop living in crazy and live past it. So if you want to send us the questions ahead of time, you can contact either one of us on Facebook through here, and we'll be glad to answer that question for you. Lynn, was you going to say something else?
No, I do want you guys to, first of all, I want to say thank you to those of you who left feedback on our pages earlier. Was that this week?
Last week.
Last week. Today is Monday. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for those of you who left us feedback, but we implore you guys, go over and leave us feedback on our pages. My page is Demons Enterprise here on Facebook. Go ahead and leave me 5-star praise, please, and thank you very much. And if you'll also go over to Be Fearless Inc. And leave a 5-star feedback as well in regards to the information that you're getting here, whether you're following along on the Fearless Morning Show, or if you've captured any of my segments of Financial Confidence God's Way. If you'll go over there and leave some feedback for me as well, it is greatly appreciated, guys. I love you, and I thank you for joining us every morning. You just don't know, it does me just as good to be able to get on here and inspire and empower people. And I'm sure it does the same thing with JoJo, to come on and be able to help empower as we move forward. And we thank you guys so much for commenting and interacting and engaging with us. Please share, so that we can get this message out to more and more people in our community. Facebook is changing the algorithms, guys, and it's limiting the number of people that we can reach. So until you all share the information out, we won't be able to grow past our small connected community here. So if you guys can help us with that as well, that'll be greatly appreciated. But don't forget to join us on Saturday, February 3rd. That's all.
And then I was going to ask because I have some friends who don't really do Facebook. They don't do social media. So what I spent my weekend doing from Friday to Sunday, let me tell you something, is loading the Fearless Morning Show onto YouTube. So I will post a link there as well. So if your friends or family do not have Facebook, everybody watches a little something on YouTube, and it does not require subscription to see that. So all the videos up until today have been loaded, and the titles are on there. And if you just type in Be Fearless in YouTube, they will show for you. Lynn, I have loaded 49 videos, girl, over the weekend. That process is not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy.
So that's why I kept getting all of those updates from you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. If you're and subscribe to the Be Fearless channel. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I was and they're coming slowly but surely. I think I've loaded maybe 15 or 20 because it's taking like 35, 40 minutes for each video to load. So I'll finish those up today. So, guys, if they do not have, let me post that. If they do not have a Facebook, they can check us out on YouTube. Just make sure that you guys are sharing the video, because it's all about sharing the information with other people. That is our absolute main goal. So, make sure. Oh, thank you, Tashana. It was a lot of work, honey. My people looking at me like, "What are you? Leave me alone. Just leave me alone." Let me get it done. All right, guys. That's it for the Fearless Morning Show. I thank you for joining. We thank you for sharing our videos and being here with us and talking to us every day, so that we're not talking to ourselves. We greatly appreciate it. We hope everybody has a great Monday. Remember, awareness is 85%.
Yeah.
So be aware today, and I encourage you to be empowered by joy today. Find something that brings you joy. If you're a dancer like Tashana, go dance. If you're a cook like Keith, go cook. If you're a nerd like me, I'm going to read a book. After I audit this company, I'm going to read a book. So do something that finds you joy on today. So we will be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15.
All righty, signing off.
All right, have a great day, guys.